edition of the Daily Eastern News Sports Roundtable. This week we'll be talking about the men's basketball team, softball, and Boey's performance at Nationals this past weekend. Let's start off with what's going on with the men's basketball team.
Sean Prattle is the big all-Illinois kid, was a big player out of Chicago in high school and was a big recruit last year for Miller that had people looking up about Eastern's basketball future, and now Prattle quit basketball altogether, not just the Eastern team. It's not like he's transferring. He quit basketball.
This loss really hurts the Panthers. They're coming off a pretty disappointing season, and losing Tyler Laser as a senior, even though he didn't play half the year, and now Sean Prattle, they're really going to need to have some good recruits if they're going to bounce back next year, but I don't see that happening.
And you would think that it would be a tough time recruiting for Coach Miller because he's had so many players quit while he's been the head coach. I mean, Romaine Martin was one of their star players last year, and he quit the team. And now this year, another one of their star players, Sean Prattle, quits.
The biggest name on the intramural free agent market, Sean Prattle.
All right, now let's move on to the softball team and their 11-game winning streak.
Alex brought up an interesting statistic the other day. The women's softball team has not lost while they have not been in school, so perhaps they should stop going to class.
Amber May is pitching out of her mind. She's 4-0. She's won, I think, 2 Pitcher of the Week awards already this season, and I don't see her slowing down.
I think she had a couple shutouts over this spring break, which is really good for her. You know, she's one of those candidates that you got to look at for the Den Female Athlete of the Year, even though it's early.
Boey went to Nationals this weekend, so how did he do there?
One word: disappointment.
I don't know if I would go as far as to say disappointment. That's a lot of words.
Okay, but how did
he took 7th.
He took 7th at Nationals. That means only 6 people in the nation finished before him. How many people in the nation finished before the Eastern men's basketball team?
Wow. That doesn't matter.
At least 3,000. that includes the intramural basketball team.
I'm just ragging on Uzai. It was a good performance. 7th fastest man in NCAA. I'll give you some props for that. I was expecting a first place finish, but you're still pretty fast.
You can't say it's a disappointment because you have to think about what he does. I mean, it's one event, you don't get a retry, and you have to be able to go at the shot of the gun, and so it's really either you're good or you're not on that one race. And so the fact that he finished 7th, which is better than a few people in that race, is impressive.
Thank you very much for watching this week's edition of the Daily Eastern News Sports Roundtable. Tune in next Thursday for next week's edition.